There we go. Ta-da. Bloody service. There's is there sound to this? I'm not hearing anything. Let me switch as well the info. For the sake of it, I'm just gonna put it in just chatting. I know it's not, but it's just gonna be there. And then if I switch to this one, I think that should be good, right? Unless the other one, no, the other one has a specific parameter set to it. I kind of want to do it in this way. All right. Okay, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, now if I start it, hope English Espanol. Okay. If I start it, hopefully sound will. Okay, yes, there is sound. Ooh. This is called Bloody Service, by the way. It's weird. It's very weird. Or it looks weird, at least. Ace. I like the style. You leave the boxes on the kitchen floor, then place one hand on your waist, and then. Okay, bend to the right. One of the club's employees is looking at you. Lift your eyebrows and sigh. The employee looks away. You didn't know his name yet, but you would have appreciated some sympathy. After all, you're both simple wage earners. There's still a few boxes to unload, and you know Martin will be waiting for you, looking pissed off as usual. Look towards the van among the moans and grunts like coming from the tennis courts by the pathway. You can see ball. It seems no one will claim it. Do you have a Discord? Kind of. I have one for a thing I do. For the most part, I hang out. I don't really do much in Discord. I kind of just chill and weirdly watch as things happen, you know? Uh, Seems no one will claim it. Grab the ball. Uh, Oh, wait, I put things in my. This is my inventory? Let's put it in my right pocket, I guess. Right? Or is that just in my right hand? Okay, back. No one's looking. You almost wish it were a little more difficult. Put the ball in your right trouser pocket. You keep walking and stand at the back of the van. Martin unloads the last box and puts it with the rest. Hey, is that something in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Chuckles Martin, showing too much teeth. How many teeth does he have? You start explaining. It's just a tennis ball you found lying around. Martin makes a gesture with his hand and tells you to cut it off. Look back there. I grabbed 5 or 6 for my kids, you know? These rich scumbags have enough balls, says Martin, putting his hand on your shoulder. Martin points to the boxes and tells you to carry them. And wait for me there. I'll finish things up with these guys and we'll leave. Or you can lift the boxes. Martin asks you for the ball. You look at him, disbelief, and he says he's going to give it back to you later. In case someone from the club sees it, I just want to spare you the embarrassment. He throws the ball inside the van with the rest, then winks at you, and then tells you to hurry up. You take a deep breath and lift 2 boxes. Martin puts the third one on top of them, taps your shoulder. You start walking to the kitchen, and for a moment, you think you see something moving. Uh, wait. I noticed something's weird with it. Wait. I'm missing something from the. So this one? No, that's not that one. It's not that one either. Is it? Did I just delete it some for some reason? Huh. Yeah, I think it's gone. No, wait. No, here it is. Why isn't it showing up? Oh, that's weird. Huh, okay, it's just not showing up at all. Anyway, you start walking to the kitchen. For a moment, you think you see something moving in the practice wall area, but no one's there. You enter the kitchen and leave boxes on the floor. These are the last ones, you say. The club's employee walks towards you. Stretch out your hand to greet him. Jamie, you say. The club's employees hesitates for a moment, and finally shakes your hand. Patrick, he says. Are you in charge? Sorry, no, my boss is coming, you say. The employee just stands there and does not say another word. For some reason, breaking the silence feels awkward. You try to think that you'll be out of there soon, but the fantasy doesn't last long. You know Martin will torture you with one of his band demos on the trip back home. Oh wait, it was were we listening to one of his band demos earlier? And if so, yeah, that is torture. The kitchen door opens and two more people enter the room. Jamie, do me a favor and help me with the boxes? You could say no, but you choose to help anyway. At least it would kill some time. You wonder what's taking Martin so long. Was he watching a match in one of the courts? Does he know someone in this club? You read the employees. Jamie, you say. Mary, and this is Ricky, says a young woman in her 20s. Ricky cuts the tape on the packaging with one of the scissor blades and starts checking the contents. He gives you the scissors and asks you to open the rest of the boxes while he and Martin list the inventory. After a few minutes, Patrick approaches and asks you how long your boss is going to be. Uh, should be here any minute. Forget it. There he is. Martin enters the kitchen and shakes Patrick's hands. Patrick doesn't waste time and asks Martin to follow him. Ricky says under his breath, I hope your boss is less of an a-hole than ours. You laugh and tell him about his band demos and how they're trying to imitate Air Supply. I'm assuming that's a band of some variety. Uh, Mary laughs out loud, and Ricky looks at you and then her. He doesn't look happy. You feel the tension between them, and there's an awkward silence. Why should I care if this guy gets jealous, you think? You're tired of having to think twice before saying anything. How can you know what the rest of the world is thinking? If it weren't because you need the money, you would stay in your room reading horror or sci-fi novels all day. Kind of. Finish the boxes and ask Ricky where you should. Leave the scissors. Ricky ignores you. You notice he brushes his elbow against Marie's side boob while he reaches to grab a box. Marie flinches, visibly uncomfortable, and shuffles the delivery dockets. You ask again, and Ricky rolls the eyes and says there's over one of the counters. It should be okay. Leave the scissors on the counter. None of them are looking at you. Your heart starts racing again. You ask yourself, what's the point of fighting against your instincts? Keep the scissors, I guess, in my left pocket. Right? Oh, I guess I gotta choose where it goes to. One of the exercises your therapist mentioned to treat the addiction was the total destruction of the stolen items. You wonder how you would do with it. Way with the scissors. They seem sturdy. Loud bang at the window interrupts your thoughts. Three more blows follow. Egg, white, and yolks run down the glass. Not those pricks again. Ricky starts running after them. Marie follows to the kitchen door, uh, turns around, and tells you to go after him before he does something stupid. Run after Ricky, I guess. You get up and ran out of the kitchen. Mm. Oh, this is interesting. Hello. You try to catch your breath and put a hand on your waist. There's dust in there. You cough. Ricky caught the two kids and knocked them to the floor. When you get closer, you see they are using one t-shirt if they were a two-headed monster. Ricky grabs both kids by the neck and shakes them, trying to catch his breath. You hear Marie screams and the giggles of three girls that are watching a few feet away. Try to calm Ricky down. Hey, what's up, Andrew? How you doing? Stay out of this. I'm sick of these pricks. I'm taking them. Who is that? There's two. Oh wait, there's like five people here. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. The girls celebrate. The kid aim with more laughter and clapping. Marie shouts, "Ricky, don't!" Ricky squeezes one of the boys viciously. He's completely beside himself, and the reaction seems unfortunate. After all, they were just throwing eggs at the kitchen window. You try to separate Ricky from the kids, and one of them manages to escape the t-shirt. He kicks you and runs away. The other one starts screaming, "Let go of me, you son of a..." I do not. I have one I use for certain things, but it isn't necessarily like a Discord I use for me, later like this. Hurry up, Logan. Logan manages to escape and joins the other kid. Marie comes running and screaming, "Get out of here right now!" But the kid keeps throwing eggs. One hits your right arm and another one gets your left side, but you don't care about the eggs. You feel a sharp pain in your leg. "You're bleeding," Marie points out. A red stain starts to cross your pocket. You touch the wound and feel the scissors tucked into your flesh. The boy's kick had probably pushed the blade. Ugh. Carefully take the scissors out, and Ricky grabs it and wipes it on the grass. "I'll take this," he says, looking you straight in the eye. You lower your head and say nothing. You think about how unlikely it is for someone like that to happen and wonder whether the universe is trying to warn you the dangers of your kleptomania. Murray helps you up, and you see Ricky roll his eyes. "Thank you," you say. Ricky dusts himself off and says, "Something you can't hear." You see him disappear into the kitchen. You look at Marie, and she smiles. You don't know what else to say. "Easy," she says. Marie grabs you by the arm, and you start walking together. You feel like electricity is running. Okay, so wait, is there a way to tell my injuries? Or, like, is there something specific? Through your body. You look around and take it all in. You haven't felt so peaceful in a long time. You're struck by a feeling of plentitude that almost forces you to smile. I need to go. Sorry. No, you're good, man. You're good. You think of those scenes in books that describe a perfect moment and that leave a void when you finish reading them. You just want to hear her talk. You don't really care about what. Ask about who the girls were. "The oldest is Olivia, the daughter of Johnson, the judge. She's the ringleader here." "And the others," you ask. "I don't know their names. I know Olivia well, because she's the one who tried to get me fired." Ask what happened. But Brad said she had seen Ricky and me at the old tennis court. Luckily, that day Ricky had been working with Patrick all afternoon, so nothing happened. Think anyone said anything, something to that? Really? The wind messes up her hair, blurring the outline of her face. Marie runs her hand through it. Seems impossible, but to you, she's glowing. You just want to hear her talk. You don't really care about what. Uh, you're good, man. You're good. You're all good. They are the children of the actor from the famous movie, the one with the Australian crocodile dandy. He says, "Ask why they were using just one shirt." They were probably making fun of the conjoined twins, Arthur and Cole. The mother had them kicked from the club. See ya. Ask about the conjoined twins. They are the children of an important member of the club who died recently. Exceptional kids. After the burial, everyone here started making their lives impossible. You realize you are hearing, but not really listening at her words. You can't stop looking at her mouth. You just want to hear her talk. You don't really care about what. Ask about Ricky. "I asked you to go after him because I was afraid things would get out of hand. It has to be me that. Never mind, thank you." Alright. You're almost there. You regret that you didn't exaggerate the pain a little bit. You could have asked her more questions. You could have had more time alone with her. You enter the kitchen. I'll try. I'll try. I'm sick of people. Sick. They always... Are those actual people that they recorded? I can't tell if they're real or models. No, they're real. They're just pixelized to hell. And moving really weirdly, I think, to simulate computer models. I saying? I'm sick of the people of this club. Sick. They always land on their feet. Come wait for me at the bar. I'm gonna go get first aid kit, says Marie. Ricky is drinking a glass of water, staring at you. Wait, so is this me? Uh, Talk to Ricky. You scratch your face and ask Ricky what he was planning to do with the two brothers. Come on, drop the act. Those pricks have been asking for it a long time. But what about the parents? What if you get you fired? Look, you have no idea things I know. Their father is that guy from abroad who's effing everything that walks here. So don't worry about my job. I'm gonna be fine. Marie comes back. Okay, so this is Marie. With the first aid kit, smiling from ear to ear. Let's see that wound. Start taking off your trousers when Ricky stands up, grabbing the alcohol bottle and gauze. Don't worry, I can do it, he says. Marie starts complaining. Ricky says he can do it. She better go. She better goes with Patrick, who likes her plenty. He looks at you again with a wink. Marie's smile vanishes. You want to say something, but Ricky rubs the gauze soaked in alcohol in your wound, and the pain distracts you. Ricky adds, "And make him come see the window." Marie, it's gonna be our word against theirs. Marie goes to the office area and disappears from sight. Listen, I'm not an idiot. I see how you look at her, but don't even think about it. Are we clear? Say it's not clear. Presses your wound a little harder. You bite your lip, but don't say anything. He keeps pressing until you say it's clear. Good boy. He fastens the piece of gauze with a wait. So are they dating or something? And smiles with that stupid smile of those who always win. Can't stand it and look away. Marie enters the kitchen, followed by Patrick and Martin. So that's Patrick. That's Martin. You get dressed, and once outside, he says, "Come on, let's go to the van." You walk to the van in silence. Martin tells you to follow him, then sits at the wheel and lowers the window. What did you cut yourself with? You start telling him, but he interrupts you. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not like it was a work accident. Martin says, winking at you. You clench your fist and picture yourself punching Martin in the eye. He left open while doing that coinciding wink you hate so much. Hey, kid. Or condescending wink. Hey, kid, Martin looks at you as if he were waiting for an answer. Did you hear me? You say you didn't, and Martin takes a deep breath. I'll let it go this time, but pay attention now. I told Patrick, you are gonna lend a hand with a party. They are short staffed. You start complaining, but Martin says it's a good opportunity. There's good money, and he'll come pick you up with all your pay, and the party is over. I know you need the money. You don't have to thank me. Now go. Go talk to him. He'll tell you what to do. Martin starts the van. You think about all the things you like to tell him, but just not. The engine rumble cushions your thoughts. While you watch the van drive away, you remember the tennis ball you grabbed. What a piece of... You walk to the kitchen. Okay, wait. I'm quickly going to use the restroom. Is there a way for me to... I'll pause on this. I'll be back in a second. Alright, back. Alright, where were we? You walk to the kitchen. Patrick is alone and points you to the sink. You can start with new silverware. It came all dusty. You ask about Marie, and she says, or he says, she's at the secretary's office and she'll be back in a while. You turn on the faucet and let the water run. You remember Ricky's smile and feel impotence, guilt, and a little shame. Your hands are trembling. You think how nice it would be to muster the courage and beat the crap out of him. Alright. New car? Very nice car. Oh, is this the twins, I'm assuming? Well, this is ominous. The art style in this game is very conflicting for me. It's like, it's interesting, but at the same time, it's like, maybe it's because of the cognac, or what is it, cogne? I can't remember how it's pronounced. It has a weird pronunciation. Or cognac, cogne, we'll call it cogne. You've been drinking with Marie before the party started, but you feel lighthearted and can't stop smiling like an idiot. You look for her among the people, but you can't find her. You do see Patrick hastily greeting the guest he comes across. You think he saw you too, and now he's walking in your direction. You try to sneak past the guest, being careful not to drop anything from the tray. When you look back, you see Patrick talking to an obese man. You don't remember his name, but you do remember that Marie said, that fat one is a judge at a effing... Yeah. You think Marie probably has her reasons, but the fat is making you a huge favor, even if he's unaware. You feel extremely grateful. You turn around and bump into someone with a precise movement that surprises even yourself. You use your free hand to reposition the champagne glass that has fallen. Look what you've done, you stupid young man. About 17 points to his shirt and glares at you with bloodshot eyes. For a second, you think he's going to hit you, but instead he looks around, everybody's watching, so he tries to calm down. You apologize and offer him a napkin. He says he doesn't want one and gives you a forced smile. You apologize again and look around for Patrick. He's still talking to the judge without thinking too much about it. You walk to the bathroom. The nearest stall nearest to the wall is occupied. Get into the vacant stall? Why would I knock on the stall door? You look at the tray, 3 glasses and 3 napkins. You put the glasses on the floor behind the toilet. Keep your napkin and throw the rest. Chest pocket. That's where you normally put them. Napkins have a club emblem embroidered, which reminds you of a Hardy book you used to read with your grandfather growing up. You keep one napkin and throw out the rest. You place the empty tray at one side of the toilet, then lower the lid and sit down. Watch the drawing on the wall for a second. What did Mary say about the effing trends were called? One was Arthur, you remember because of Mark Twain's book, but the other... You think the drawing is stupid, but you can't help but chuckle, so you saw the drawing. A voice says from the stall next to yours. Say that you did. Say that you did. No one speaks for a few seconds. Your neighbor is extremely focused on pushing. It's the conjoined twins, Arthur and Cole, he finally says. Quite a show, right? Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You choose not to answer. There's something in the way he says show that makes you feel uncomfortable. You hear the bathroom door open and the footsteps. Someone knocks on the stall's door. Say occupied. I'm sorry, what? Did I die? Your ears are ringing. You see blood and something dark on the floor. You think you hear someone beg. Was it the voice of the guy taking the crap? When you wake up, the bathroom floor is clean. You stand up and walk a few steps. The stalls are empty. You have a splitting headache and have trouble concentrating. Was it the cogne, I think? Yeah, that's probably it. I dozed off and had a nightmare. You splash cold water in your face before you leave the bathroom. You look for the tray you left by the toilet. Once outside, you go to the bar to get more glasses or appetizers. Listen, you turn and see Patrick. He looks nervous. Where were you? Doesn't wait for your answer and calls Ricky. Ricky, come here. We found the kid. You two go to the lockers area and bring some boxes from the storage room. Come on, let's go. Ricky puts a hand on your chest. Leave the tray here, or the scissors weren't enough. You look him in the eye and end up lowering your head. You just hope he doesn't rat you out to Patrick. You start walking and Ricky laughs. Don't be such an a-hole. Come here now. One's clean in this club. Don't worry. If anything, I like you better now, he says. You walk in silence past the gallery and one of the gazebos. You look at the courts. Do you play, Ricky says? Say you don't. You take a deep breath. The cold night air is refreshing and your head feels a bit clearer. You have no doubt the bathroom was a bad dream. You get to the locker area. Ricky points to a door. Is that a cat over there? And you both enter the storage room. Bring those over here. You walk among piles of boxes until you reach the ones Ricky said. He keeps looking at his watch, like he has somewhere to be. You hear a cat meow? It's about the cat. There are lots of cats here at the club. Those jerk kids always torturing them. Listen, there's something I have to do before going to the party. It won't take long, Patrick says. There was an emergency. I don't know. Make something up, Ricky says. You nod, Ricky adds. Those 6 you piled up are the ones he asked for. Take 2 or 3, and if I'm not back, come and get the rest. You see him leave. The cat meows again. You split the pile in 2. You don't feel like going back yet. What would have happened if instead of sending you find the boxes with Ricky, they sent you with Marie? Be alone with her. Would you have had guts to do something? You probably wouldn't. You probably wouldn't have done anything. And a few hours later, alone in your apartment, you would look at yourself, were you such a coward, and masturbate with more guilt than pleasure. Oh, this is comfortable. This is cozy. This is nice now. I like the darkness. The storage room is almost pitch black. You get up and start walking to the door. You hit the knee against one of the boxes, but manage to keep your balance. Call the cat. Kitty, kitty. There's no answer. What were you expecting? A cat guiding you through the dark? There's no such thing as a guide cat. Cats are, you think. Let's walk then. This time you make a shorter moves, trying not to kick at anything. You reach the door and hear laughter. So someone's there. Hello? Nothing. You hear laughs to your left. You give a few steps and hear a scream. Someone climbs to your back. You try to escape, but they hit you in the temple. You wake up with a splitting headache. Again, you think? Hoping it's just another vivid dream. You're inside the locker. You start banging the door, gripped by fear. There's no way this is a dream. Try to calm down. You try to focus your breathing to lower your heart rate. There has to be an explanation for this. Twist around to search the locker. You move your right shoulder back, trying to make some space to go through the locker with your left hand. Look down. You run your hand in the floor. The only thing you find are irregularities in the metal, like bumps and scratches. Kitty, kitty, someone says from outside. The voice of a kid. You ask him to open the door, and the laughs multiply. Shh, relax. You recognize the voice. It's one of the kids who were throwing eggs at the kitchen window before. You don't remember their names, but they were brothers. Pass the bag, you greedy prick. The one talking now was a girl. You think about the girl Marie talked about. Try to remember her name, but to no avail. What else had Marie said about those daughters? I believe the girl's father is an actor. Hey kid, your dad's an actor, right? Don't act like you know me, you wanker. A few laughs follow this girl's comment. A piercing scream interrupts the fun. Go see what's going on now, the girl says. You start to say something, but she pounds the locker door and tells you to shut up. Ollie, come quick, one of the kids says. There's a silence. Ollie, of course, her name was Olivia. You hear a conversation in the distance, but can only make out a few words. You don't know what's happening here, but they sound upset. This is not pleasant. Hello. Oh, they knocked the locker over. Oh no. Come on, lift him up. It's too heavy, the other kids say. Or says, what are you doing, you mother... You say, shut up, please, please, shut up, one of the kids says. You can tell they are nervous. Ask what happened. You pretend you're our friend, you mother... His voice trails off. I can't hold it anymore. The locker falls with a bang, and you're hurt. You hurt your right arm. You shift around to try to kick the door, but it's useless. It doesn't open. What happened? It's Livia's voice. Come on, hurry up. I'll calm her down. One of the boys seems to be crying. Let's just drag him, okay? Come over here, the other one says. The locker starts to stumble. You hear a door opening. That way, that way. Ask where they're taking you. Shut up, the kid says. Ask why they're nervous. What happened? Did Olivia do something to you? Let me out. I can help you. You say. Oh, really? How? Are you gonna bring Steve back? Ask who's Steve. The kid who had been starving with his trembling voice. His head. Racket. Shut up, you moron. The other one cuts off. What do you mean they killed him? I'm sorry, where in that did we hear they killed him? What do you mean, they killed him? Oh, wait, no, I guess that's us asking a question. I'm sorry, is that a meat pile, or is that just red dirt? We didn't do it. We didn't do it. Shut the up, the kid shouts. Hey, what are you doing? A new voice interrupts. Come on, drop it. One of the kids says. The locker rolls a little bit and lands on its side. Water begins to enter. Ask for help. You little pricks, get that out. Don't worry, man. I'm gonna take you out. What's going on, Fergus? It's the voice of a woman. There's a guy trapped in this locker. Move a little to the left. Ready? Fergus asks. Say you are. You say yes, curled up as you can on the left. Fergus kicks the locker door, crushing it. A few seconds later, he sticks an iron bar in the thin opening and wedges the locker open. The door opens. Come on, take my hand, he says. You do, and he helps you. You look at him in the eye and recognize him right away. It's the guy you spilled champagne on. Son of a... he says, pushing you down the slope by the river. You fall backwards and hit your lower back with a rock. Fergus, what are you doing? He's the server who spilled champagne on me. Look at him. Girl leans on you and you beg her. While she adjusts her shoulder strap, she nods, laughing excessively. You know what we could do to him, Fur? She asks. The guy shakes his head, expecting to be surprised. Pee on him, the girl says. I'm sorry, what? Come here, he says, kissing her while grabbing her. You don't even have time to process what happens when you hear a very loud bang followed by a high-pitched scream. The scream is cut off immediately. You rub your eyes in disbelief. No way. No, you think. But the twins are still there. You see them swing their arms with strength, while the noise of flesh and bone crushing fills the room. You feel in a trance. You don't know if it is a surprise for you or how hypnotic the scene is. Monsters, right? Monsters, one of the twins shouts. You guys are acting like it, at least. You remember the drawing at the door. The bathroom. Did they do it? Keeps silent. One of the twins drops the brick and wipes his forehead, spitting in his palm. His brother wipes the traces of orange dust he just left. It's 4, he says, and disappears into the dark. Unable to help it, you start crying. Your heart is racing. You walk to the water and get your head wet. You feel your breathing can be heard from the party hall and try to calm down. Get out of here now, you think. You stand up and the pain vanishes, as if deciding getting out of here would block any possible feeling. You walk away from the lamppost lights, towards the club entrance, past the vendor or parking area. Hey, buddy, come here for a second. Shake your head. Go fetch him, you hear? You try to resist, but the guy is too strong. You jab an elbow into his rib. He grabs your neck, forcing you to look at him, and he slaps you in the face. Come on, he says. You see a guy in his 40s sat by the practice wall. He's grabbing a bottle. Tequila, come here, my friend. Let's play a little game. Your head is spinning. My name is Bernard. This is Mike. Mike smiles with perfect teeth, but doesn't let go of your neck. Say your name. Jamie, you say, almost out of breath. Let him go, please, Mike. Mike lets you go. And Bernard taps the grass slightly. Sit down. You sit in front of Bernard, and he pours you 2 glasses of tequila. What are you? 17. Mike slaps you on the right part heel and leaves your earring. You think I'm stupid? 25. You had said 30. Even 32, I would have believed you too. There's a certain age when all you a-holes look the same, right, Mike? Mike grunts in response. Bernard offers you a glass of tequila. You can tell that his refusing is only gonna get you another slap from Mike. Grab the glass. I don't know my own age. 1, 2, Bernard counts to 3 and knocks back his drink in one go. A punch to your rib urges you to follow his lead. Good, right? You close your eyes, you want to scream, but you feel your tongue is a salt-covered slug. The bathroom locker, the twins, you can hear the party music from afar. The whole night is such a haze. When will it all end? Another one, Bernard pours. 2 more glasses. 1, 2, 3. The alcohol burns your throat, and you cough. Mike laughs. What was it that a-hole told me, Mike? He said old guys like you couldn't hold their drink. And what about the boss? He wouldn't let us beat the crap out of him and took his side. Bernard poured 2 more shots. You know what I hate about your generation, Jamie? You barely open your mouth, and Mike hits you in the stomach, making you spit it. It's a rhetorical question, kid, he says. You want to explain that you were just going to burp, but you prefer to shut up. It may not be so bad to drink until you pass out. Everything. I hate your music, the way you dress, your hair, so I can't hold my drink, you effing brat. Bernard gulps his 3rd drink as if it were nothing. Mike helps you drink yours. If he knew that when he was born, I already drank scotch from her mom's crotch. Mike stands up suddenly. Wait, who's her? Mike stands up, and you almost fall to the side. Easy, we're not done yet, Bernard says. Mike says something in Bernard's ear, making him laugh. Yes, go find her and be nice, Mike says. Service is gonna be suspended for a while. You finally get it. Marie is the only waitress at the party. Ask where Mike went. Bernard pours 2 more glasses of tequila. The bottle's half empty. Ask again where Mike went. I heard you the first time, Bernard says. Don't worry. He's not gonna do anything she doesn't want him to do. He offers you a tequila shot. You take it and Bernard looks you in the eye. To Mike, the most chivalrous guy in the world, he says, and drinks to the 4th glass of tequila. Toast with Bernard. It's easier to believe him. You drink the 4th shot of tequila and force a smile. After 3 more glasses, you fall to the side and can no longer move. Bernard gives you a smile distorted by a burp that forces him to cover his mouth. Then he gets up and vomits profusely. You wake up in a hospital. A nurse comes into your room. Where am I going in this game? IV bag. You were lucky, she adds before going out. She points at the newspaper lying on the bed. Read the table. Hilltop fires erase 90 years of history. A fire? But when and how did you get to the hospital? Last you remember drinking tequila with Bernard. Your mind is all foggy, but you're grateful to have gotten out of there alive. Okay, so I guess I heard your first time, don't worry. Alright, so I hit Bernard this time. The idea strikes you like lightning. You hit the tequila shot glass and see it disappear in his mouth. Bernard grabs his throat and looks at you with eyes as big as tennis balls. Help him. Bernard moves his mouth, but nothing comes out. You can see his veins protruding in his neck and forehead. You stand up and place yourself behind him to perform a Heimlich maneuver. You press hard into his abdomen, but it doesn't work. Bernard starts moving. For a second, you feel your mind stop working. Finally, your brain finds the words for what just happened. You killed someone. Hide the body. You hide the body in the bushes and take a deep breath. Mary. The idea hits you like one of Mike's slaps. You force yourself to think about this. Afternoon stroll to dispel some of the images that you start filling your brain. You hear a scream, you look up and spot one of the second floor windows. You don't know why, but you're sure Marie is in that room. You turn to the kitchen, pass by the bar, and enter the hall. You guests drink, chat, laugh. Everything they do is so ordinary the last half hour. Seems to even more unreal. See Patrick in one of the groups. Climb the stairs to the second floor. I don't need to talk to him. Is Marie alright? I like this kind of POV look. Where am I even going? You realize you're a little lost. There are 2 doors in front of you. At the second one, there's a guy with a glass half empty. Half empty? Why couldn't it be half full? You have no time to analyze yourself. But you worry about your mind wandering like that. Last time it happened was a few months ago and it didn't end up well. You wonder whether the kleptomania could be related to your attention deficit. Just the way your brain found to focus on one thing at a time. Go to the second door? You reach the second door, the guy looks at you and stops you dead. Marie had told you about him. You don't remember his name, but he's an umpire at the club's tennis tournaments. He has a scar across the face that you try not to stare. Paul is in there. Yeah, says if he was talking to the head of state. The actor from Crocodile Dandy. You haven't seen that movie, but Marie had told you the plot while you were drinking cogni and hiding from Patrick. The leader is an Australian who claims to be the descendant of a disgraced duke, exiled to Australia in the early 19th century, falls in love with an English journalist and follows her to London only to realize how differently they really are. What are you on, kid? Are you okay? The umpire asks, interrupting your thoughts. Marie, you bite your lip and try to focus on the present again. Marie is the only thing that matters. You need to find her. Looking for Marie, I need to go in, she say. Before the guy answers, you hear someone bang on the other door. Esther, open up, I know you in there. The umpire grabs you by the shoulder and points to the other door. You look just like that drunk. Look, is Marie inside or not? Marie, I don't know, kid. Paul's with someone that I know, and after he's done, it's my time. Esther, I'm coming in, the drunk set. Bangs his shoulder against the door and goes in. Esther's going to kill me. I'm not there if you met her, but she's the club secretary. A few seconds later, you hear heartbreaking screams. Esther, please call an ambulance. The umpire runs to see what's happening. This is your chance. Take the opportunity to open the door. You're sure Marie's inside with the Australian actor. Oh god, you were right. Marie is in the room, but so are the twins. Marie looks at you in shock, and the twins look at her, as if they were waiting for instructions. Shut the door, you idiot. Marie is out of herself. You can barely recognize her. Close the door, I guess? Marie nods toward the bed. You see that there. There you have it. Crocodile Dandy star. Taking a good look. I'm surprised that you keep thinking about how Marie called you an idiot when in front of you. There's a body with a chest wide open on a bloody bed. Marie, one of the twins say, should we keep going? Wait a second, Marie says. This piece has put over 30 women in a hospital, and those are the ones we know about. They bring them from abroad, you know. It's a network. After a few seconds, Marie adds, how many days are in November, Jamie? 30 days in November. I think 30? Exactly. Imagine spending every day of the month abusing and battering women almost to death. After a pause. Carry on, guys. The twins swing their axes and thrust furiously into Paul's flesh. You look away from the bed and try to meet Marie's eyes. You have lots of questions, but someone bangs on the door desperately. You ask who it is, and Marie and the twins look at you. You feel a little more in control. You're not a jerk. Dandy. There, Dad, open up. It's the voice of one of the boys who carried you in the lock. The Australian boys, Marie says, her eyebrows. You answered. First, so it's your call. Make an excuse. You say his dad isn't on the room. You should go to the hall and ask if saw him. You hear him run down the hall. Marie applauds you. Good, you reacted quickly. Now listen. I know you have 1,000 questions, but trust me, this club is a cancer, she says, giving the twins a sign. Okay, he's dead at this point. I don't understand at this point. The guy from the bathroom, you ask? The Uphill Chronicle CEO involved in a pedophile ring? Ask Arthur and Cole. You look at the twins. Arthur and Cole swing their axes even harder than before. You have more questions, but there's movement in the hallway. Paul, your son! There's a loud bang. The umpire enters shoulder first after hitting the door with the full weight of his body. Mason, one of the Australian sons, comes in after him. Murray kicks the door shut, moves to the side, and gives a shout to the twins. They immediately throw their axes. One hits the door right above Mason's hand. The other hits the umpire right in the middle of his forehead. Mason cries desperately, paralyzed by Phil. The twins trample to the door, dislodge the axe from the umpire's forehead, and hit the kid across the temple with a handle. Then they crouch and slit his wrist delicately with the edge. You grab your head and feel a knot in your stomach. Mason bleeds out slowly on the floor. Look away. Your stepfather was always eager to demonstrate. He was read some philosophy. You don't remember exactly what the Latin quote he liked repeating so much. The phrase meant something like reality exists as long as you perceive it. That's enough, boys. The twins throw their axes. I'm surprised we don't see more now. The twins throw their axes. It's the time for the grand finale, she adds, winking at you. We just need a second, one of the twins says. What are you gonna do? Asks the other one. One more? No, wait. We said it. It was the last one. One more. The twins walk to one of the tables next to the bed. What? Arthur, your brother, Murray says. He's okay. Don't worry. We need you both fully awake. Relax. Remember that if I have a headache and he takes an aspirin, it eventually goes away. Arthur laughs and looks at you. That's what he's talking about. Reed raises her hand and says, they share their cardiovascular system. Whatever one takes, the other eventually feels it. Arthur says, or tells Marie, do you remember when you found us? Do you remember this? What? This pussy was not sure? Arthur pats his brother's head. Oh, wait, I guess he's talking to me. Did you know that he still thinks Dad's cousin is gonna live with her again? I know, I heard you before, but now we need to focus on what we started. You from the club already knows, so we need to be careful. Leave the room and start walking down the hall. Come here, you son of a... Mike appears out of the nowhere and lifts you by the neck, smashing your back against the wall. Someone looking at the scene from outside would think he's trying to hang you like a painting. You want to kick him, but you're in the wrong position. Mike snorts and you feel droplets of saliva on your face. He's livid. Maria gives Arthur a nod. The twins hit Mike in the nape with an upward throwing motion of the arm, very much like a powerful smash. Mike stumbles and the twin hits him again. Arthur lifts him with uncanny strength and approaches the railing, overlooking the hall. Jeez. Someone screams and then you hear a gunshot. Marie grabs your arm. Get up, we have to go. You run down the ladder. Come on, get out. Put your head down. When you go to the gallery, the shooting intensifies and you hear the sound of broken windows. A guy appears right in front of you and draws a weapon. Grab the weapon. You struggle and fall to the floor. The gun goes off and seizing a moment of confusion, you thrust your knee in the pit of his stomach. Move, Arthur says. You roll to the side and move quickly, backwards like a spider. Jeez. This is helping me, right? This isn't me he's stepping on right now. Jeez. Brutal much. You just stare at Arthur while he smashes the skull of the guy who wanted to shoot you. Shivers run down your spine as you remember one of your cousins forcing you to watch his brother crush toads by jumping on them. You think about your cousin's hands around your neck and his voice screams pussy to your face. You don't look away. Something forces you to look at the scene, and it's a power of a different nature. Mary calls you from the first line of trees, partially hidden in the dark. It's the finale. Listen. She opens the bag that was hidden under some leaves and takes out a bottle. Rum, a piece of cloth is hanging from the bottleneck. Perks of working at the bar. The twins grab the bottle. Go with him. Burn it to the ground. I have something to do. I'll be right back, Marie says. He turns around and starts running. The twins look at you and Arthur raises his eyebrow. Grab Molotov cocktails from the bag. Arthur points at the parking lot and starts throwing the Molotov cocktails. Cole, come on, Cole is awake now, but he doesn't have the same intensity as his conjoined brother. Fire doesn't seem to be spreading enough. Arthur is screaming his head off. Among the cars in the parking lot, you see Martin's van. Someone starts shooting, and the twins take cover. Some trees around the building catch fire, and landscape changes with the new shadows. You hear a whistle you recognize instantly. You look in the dark, and there's Martin. You turn around and see the twins moving through the shadows. Go with the twins. I trust them a little more. These are the last ones, Martin say. You throw the cocktails until you have no more left. The twins hide again among the trees. So what now, Cole asks. Wait a second. You crouch, walk to the bush, where you hid Bernard's body and find the tequila bottle. It's half empty. Right hand, I guess, back. Found another bottle, and a napkin to use as a wick. What about fire? Arthur says. Fire? Are you kidding? You ask. You soak the napkin in tequila and place it in the bottle, leaving part of it on the outside to act as a wick. You crouch, run up to one of the trees on fire, and reach for the flames, trying to ignite the cocktail without getting burned. A lit branch falls on your head and you drop the bottle. Although the explosion is not spectacular, your legs catch fire, you lose consciousness. You wake up in the hospital. You have no idea how you got there. A nurse comes in, painkillers. This may sound cliche, but you were lucky, she says, before going out. Read the newspaper. You read the front page, and little by little you start remembering you were trying to light a Molotov cocktail. What about Marie and Martin? Enjoying twins. Arthur and Cole, how did they do it all in the end? Was that it? It was a really short game. I did dig it, though. That was one of the games I wanted to do.